So I've been meaning to make a video like this for a while, and I don't know, I just haven't. Um, so I'm just, it's about who am I? Who's Cowboy? Like, where do I come from? Right. So I was a lineman that, um, I built power lines and I just worked a lot of hours and just went to work every day. Right. And, then I transitioned into, the IBEW, worked jobs all over the country. And then I got to the point where I was, okay financially, where I could just start doing storm response stuff, where I only went to work when emergencies were popped up wherever in the country. And then I worked my way up to leading teams on these storm responses, building my own rosters and bringing people that I chose to go on these storms and help the public. Obviously, we're getting paid, but it was really I enjoy helping other people. I still have to make a living, but I enjoyed doing things for others. I always have. I'm always the guy that would throw the a $20 bill at the homeless guy, even though everybody says, hey, they're just going to go buy alcohol or food. Whatever, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I feel like I pitched in, did my part a little bit, and and I've always given to just doing whatever I could to help the public. So I started to realize like I had some health issues and that I wasn't going to be able to continue physical line work anymore. And I developed these health issues and knew it was coming. So what I did was sat around and researched ways that, I can make money or new careers or whatever it was. And I came across trading. I never really considered day trading before in my life. I've always, invested. I've always invested in stock markets like everybody tells you, and just time in the market and then crypto and buying crypto just, randomly I'm going to just add in another $500 in crypto, stuff like that. Right. So, and then you get dumped on, the elites use the majority of people that do invest like that as their liquidity to sell off, and they make money. And then we just wait another 10 years to get back to break even. Right. I mean, that's kind of the bad side of it, like the absolute worst for us. And it's not always like that. So I'm just saying, I just don't like the financial system and how it works. Anyways, so I went down the rabbit hole and spent thousands and thousands of hours trading, learning how to trade, failing miserably at first, right? Like miserably, and never stopped. And I tried all the different discords and gurus and the furus and the prop firm influencers and their courses and everything else. And I realized real quick that I was the product for them. They were just selling the idea of being profitable to me and just use their coupon code to get discounts so they get commissions on whatever you buy from them, from prop firms, and they're selling their courses, their whatever, their live trading, all of it. Most of it, I would say, is just a bunch of crock of shit. And I learned pretty quick that was the case. So I went down the rabbit hole, and instead of trying to figure out what strategy works and what's this and what indicators work and blah, blah, I just studied the market, and I have a pretty good idea of supply and demand on how that works in the real world. Like you can't sell anything without demand, but you also need supply. So you got to have it to sell it, and then you got to have people willing to buy it to sell it, right? So I kind of went on the deep end on like price, action, and volume and orders in the market, because you gotta, it's no different than the gas station ordering the Coca-Cola to get their supply because they have customers who are demanding it to buy it, right? So I looked at it like that, and then I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna build my own tools that are based on that, right? And that's where the First Light Beacon spawned from. And I really honestly, what it is now wasn't my intention at first. I was trying to do other things with it. And it was a mistake in calculation. But when we looked at the chart on that build, we're like, wait a minute, there's something here, right? There's structure on there that we've never been able to see before. There's rejection areas that are not aligned with price, but candles are actually wicking it, but it's not aligned with the price. What is this, right? Like that's what happened. And I showed it to some of my buddies way before we ever turned this into a business, but showed it to my buddies and we're all trading. They're like, whoa, right? They're seeing what we saw rejections on end caps. We didn't even have the end caps built into the system yet. It was just, look at that box where the old interval ended and then price touches it and it reverses and goes up. That's crazy, right? So we're like, oh, that's cool. So then we code in, build a box there and keep it there unless price mitigates it. Then now you have end caps. So then we generate strategies around that. We call it ERE, end cap rejection execution. Okay. And not to be, this isn't a sales pitch, but like last year, if you took the 1030 ERE when conditions were correct, it gained 180%. And it only happens like 8-10 times a month. But when it does, it's gold, right? And it gains 180%. And if you're compounding an account using percentage of balance as your risk, you're going to make a lot of money. You can flip accounts like crazy. If you're just trading contracts in the futures market doing it, you can gain a ton, right? So, and then we were like, okay, well, let's find other strategies because not everybody's going to see the same thing. So, but it's really just a rule-based thing. Like the 1030 ERE trade is amazing. It only takes 1 minute of sharp time a day. Literally, you go on at 1029, 1030, the zone prints. If conditions exist that are correct, there's only two things you got to look at. You place a pending order. That's it. And then you go about your day and you don't do anything else. That's it. Literally 1 minute a day at 1030 every day at the same time. It's badass. It's amazing. But the problem I'm approaching is a lot of our clients that come in here, they don't have any discipline. They don't, most of them don't. They don't follow the instructions or strategies or rules. And then they wind up blowing their accounts or whatever and then go, oh, this doesn't work. It's like, dude, I would say 80% and if any of our churn is from people that don't even come into our Discord and talk to anybody. They don't even look at the strategies pages. They don't even look at like, what is it? They don't even look at the guide on how to use it. They're just looking for something that says buy, sell. And that's what they want. And you know what? If that's what you want, there's free stuff on TradingView that works. Like it's mediocre, but it works. Just go do that. Right? You're not gonna get Lambo money from it. I promise you. And if you're after Lambo money, then you're not going to get it. The one that just executes and doesn't care about outcome, those are the ones that are making money and profitable, to be honest with you. The people that focus consistently on what is the outcome going to be, those are the ones that don't make money. Like we have algos that have insane win rates and a nice profit factor and they work. And they pass accounts and they're trading on funded accounts and cash accounts. But what happens is people will come in and they'll use them. They'll lose a trade. Or they'll even get into a 2 or 3 day losing streak and then just shut it off and say, oh, this just doesn't work anymore. It's like, bro, you just turned off an algo that has a 5-year history rate of over 80% win because you got into a losing streak. If you lose 3 trades in a row and you're freaking out, you're over leveraged. You're using your position size is too high because you're going to get into losing streaks. You're going to get into break-even streaks and you're going to get into winning streaks, just like any system in the world, right? Ours is just a little better because we have an unfair advantage. We're using stuff that's never been available to the public, to retail traders. It hasn't. That's the truth. That's why we're seeking patents. That's why there's patent applications in, because we know that. Our patent practitioner says we're going to get the patent because they know it, because they searched through everything in the patents office and it doesn't exist. We literally invented some stuff, right? This isn't just regurgitated shit. This is a new invention that is giving statistical edges that are insane. If you look at TradeShield, 3,000 plus days on NQ, we know that 70% of the time, the direction of the break is a win based on what our zone is doing with the opening range of the day. We know 70% of the time what's going to happen. And if it doesn't, we'll end up losing and we'll flip because the other 30% is happening and we'll just go with the other way and regain. It's insane. Anyways, this is our reviews. I'm not a marketing guru. I'm not like an insane marketing type of guy. I'm learning as I go, and I'm building this little business with some stuff that works, right? So here's our reviews. We have 29 of them, right? So we have 4.8 out of 29, and this guy right here. So I tried a trade copy service doing it, and it was doing okay. Like, read what he says. This is the only 1-star review we have, and it has nothing to do with the indicator. This guy's just complaining because he's one of those people that don't understand anything. So I'll explain to you. He said, I've been using the trade copy service for the past 5 months. During the first 6 to 7 weeks, I saw consistent profits. However, after that period, performance declined, resulting in the loss of all profits earned in the initial weeks. Additionally, despite trading in 1 micro, I eventually lost both my EA and PA accounts. Well, first of all, using unrealized trading drawdown accounts is stupid. But second, this happened during the tear-off hell week, right? So this guy's complaining over one of the most insane weeks in trading. Like some guy said, it's the worst they've ever seen in 20 years. I haven't been trading that long, but that's what they were saying. Other than that, all of our reviews are spot on. They're killer. Everybody is just extremely happy about what they're looking at. So come read them. These are real. These are people from the walk that posted these. These people are inside of our Discord. You can come talk to them and ask them themselves if they posted these reviews. All right. But the First Light Beacon is real. And even if you already have a winning strategy, this thing is going to improve it. It can be used as a self-alone strategy, but seeing the structure, the way that we map it, and seeing it, and for instance, if you're a trend break trader, seeing the 15-minute zone break through the trend is almost a guaranteed break in trend, a real one. That means the 15-minute candle is turned into our zone. If price breaks through it, it doesn't matter. But if that 15-minute zone breaks through a trend line, you're pretty much guaranteed on a real trend break, and it's going. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to throw out there me, who I am, how this started, where we're at, what we're doing. We're not a huge company. It's just one person and my stepson. I'm teaching him how to trade and how to kind of help out with this and stuff like that. And that's it. That's who we are. All right. I love all of you. If you have any questions, go on our Discord.